Hi everybody, happy Friday! It's time to, well, have the coloring countdown to Christmas. I hope you enjoyed the day so far and, are with me as I work here. I'm starting off with acrylics today and I'm working in the coloring book again. So I did just give the frame of this drawing here a solid wash of yellow ochre. And once that was dry, I did peel away the tape to hold down the paper and to have it dry flat. And then I worked on that coloring like I do with so many coloring pages. I worked with the polychromos, used very few colors in this piece because I wanted it to look vintage. That is one of the goals that I want to have. I'm coloring vintage greeting cards here, so I want to have them somewhat looking vintage-y. If that even is a word. Well, I just made it a word. I'm sorry, folks, if you cringe. So I'm using very warm colors. I'm using very natural colors. So for the poinsettia, it's green and red and a bit of lemon yellow. To, blend out the very lovely dark reds. I'm using a lot of browns, light ones like ochre ones, but also sepia. And I want to have the poinsettia be the brightest coloring, bam, in your face kind of a thing of this coloring page. And the girl, yes, to be there and to be also part of the focal point, but to step back a tiny bit into the background when it comes to the colors, not by the size or the intensity that I color her with, but just in comparison to the flower or the plant pot there, she's gonna stand back a tiny bit. And that is why I also chose to have the color pot be the same red as the poinsettia, because I want, like I said, the pot with the flower just to be bam. This is the brightest part. This is the focal point. This is the thing that is, in your face when you look at this coloring page. For the dress here, I did, like I said, I stayed more with the browns and with the ochres that I also used in the background. So I'm shading her rather heavily. I'm not being subtle with the darkest colors, but I'm staying in the same part of the color wheel as I did with the background. So the yellow ochre there is very prominent because, it's her dress color, and just those dark shadows set her apart from the background there. For the hair, I did also stay with more of a tan or a sandy color, and then gave it a very heavy shadow with the same brown I also used in the dress. And I'm gonna have her, I want her to have, and I'm gonna have her have more of a yellowish kind of a skin tone. So it's not the rose so much. It's rose colored in there as well, but I'm having quite a bit of a yellow ochre or a cinnamon on top, so that, excuse my voice, so that she has more of a yellowish tint in her skin tone there. For the underskirt, I did choose to have a bit of an indigo. Indigo is one of my favorite colors to shade with, but this time around I had it as the solid color. And I'm gonna use the same color on the sentiment there as well. And I did shade it with a bit of black and, no, not black, but dark brown. The black is more on the shoes there and on the shadow underneath her figure. That's the word. And then I'm just adding the sentiment color, and that's that. If you want to know the exact numbers of the pencils that I used or the acrylic color, if you're curious on any of those things for all the coloring countdowns this week, hop on over to my blog. The link is in the description box below, and find out all about those materials, look at close-up photos, and just enjoy. I hope you have a great weekend. I'm gonna see you back on Monday with more coloring countdown to Christmas.